Aoife, you heard what myself and Shane were saying. He is a little bit glass half empty. I am a little bit glass half full. You are of the zero COVID mind, hardly any glass at all, completely empty. Where do you see us going from here?
Well, I actually have a glass half full as well.
Nice.
Because there is a short tunnel that you want, Ciara. The short tunnel to having a normal life is we do have to do a lockdown now, but we can do it properly. And we can stop weighing up different parts of the economy against each other, and we can have everything open normal. And there is a path to do that by Paddy's Day. And this is what I would like. We don't even need to get to zero COVID. If we got to something like level 1 in the government's plan, I think we could live with that until the vaccine is rolled out. And this is what I would really like to push for. And what it means is essentially not making the same mistake, not screwing up the lockdown.
And I'm with you on Paddy's Day. I want to see some normality by then. But you said we can do that if we do it right. What do you mean by do it right?
Well, you don't just use the lockdown, and that's the problem. That has been the continuous problem since we started this, just using the lockdown and expecting nothing else to change, so you get the numbers down and then you let everything grow again and then you react in a panic again. So what we need to do is we need to properly resource the public health doctors so they can do the things they're capable of doing. So if we have something like less than 10 cases a day, something like that, the next lockdown works really well, like it did in the summer, then you resource the public health doctors so that, let's say I get infected and they go, okay, Aoife's infected. We don't just test the 3 people she happened to sit beside that day. We test Aoife's whole street. We go to where I buy my milk and test the people who work there and maybe other people who shop there, and you do a really deep search around a very deep contact tracing, and the doctors are capable of doing that. They can't do it for hundreds of cases a day, but they can do it for a small number of cases, which means you really throw a net around everywhere I've been and everyone I've interacted with. You catch anybody who might be infected, and then you let stop that from
you're
spreading
talking about really investing in test and trace and isolation and that end of things, and I totally agree with you, although hard to know how we will resource public health, because it takes a while to recruit and to train and to upskill people. So that's not a by Paddy's Day kind of scenario.
Well, the doctors that are there can do a lot, but not with the numbers of cases we have at the moment. So we can talk about resourcing properly the doctors we have there, giving them proper autonomy. They are crying out for certain things. We just need to listen to them.
Let's magically fund that and get that in place.
Yeah,
what people want to know, Aoife, is what is expected of them. Are you talking about curfews? Are you talking about house arrest? Are you talking about the levels of lockdown that we perhaps saw in other countries like China, like Spain, like Australia? No. Are you talking about that?
No, I think the lockdown we did the first time, for example, worked very, very well, very, very quickly. That was a very effective lockdown. The second lockdown was less effective because I think a lot of people felt like you did, Ciara. They were like, what's the point in this? We've done it before. And it didn't work then. It also, it was not as thorough. I think a lot more people went into work instead of working from home and things like that. But we can do it, and it can be very, very effective. We don't need to have an authoritarian regime. Lots of countries have done this that aren't authoritarian. We can do a sensible lockdown. People can buy into it. I think, like you said, if you know the end is in sight, and I think that's where the communication needs to happen.